Appreciate everybody coming in. This is my Go Live with Ease and Confidence as we talk all things when it comes to live streaming on YouTube and on TikTok. So let me know if you have any questions, my friends. We want to get started shortly. I am going to thank you so much. I appreciate everybody coming in. So we're going to get started in just a few seconds. Let me get my screen going. Your friend closed it out by accident. And so I appreciate everybody joining. We got over 600 subscribers. I appreciate the support. This is what it's all about. You want to make sure you're building and growing your community, friends. So you guys hear me in a very intentional way. Get your community going and get people connecting with you and building, okay? So I am sitting on my screen as we speak so I can connect with all of you and get my phone charging. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I am a creator network agency on TikTok. I teach all things go live. Appreciate everybody joining. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're new to my live stream, put it in the chat and let me know if you have any questions. I thank you all for being here. In the meantime, I'm going to talk about housekeeping. Hello, how are you, friend? Hi there. I thought, it was a delayed reaction. I was like, did you send something? So it was a delayed reaction because I looked and then I looked back again and then it popped up. I was like, interesting. YouTube. YouTube was trying to push your comment out. Thank you so much for being here, friend. How you doing? You've been busy lately. You've been busy. So your post was really good. Your post was good. So I'm happy you put that out there. You're doing and saying what others are thinking, And let me know if you want to chat because I'm going to send you an invite. That's right, because you sent me a message. What did we say? What did I say? 1 p.m. Friday? I didn't send you a message. Let me see. I'm going to say pals because I'm going to have to put you on my list. Did we say 1 p.m. Friday? 1:30. I think you said 1:30 on Friday. That works. 1:30 Friday works. I don't know if I responded back. Hey, friend, how are you? Thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate you. Give me 1 second. What did you say? It was being weird earlier. I couldn't see your video earlier. And thank you so much. You're welcome. Yes, Doc. Okay. So I put you down on my little to-do list. I have about 4 invites I need to do after this meeting, after this live stream, where I send it out to folks, my Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday folks. So I will send yours out as well. Hello, everybody. Hi. It's a whole bunch of people here. Hey, friends. Okay. Thank you all for joining. I'm Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. If you are new to my live, make sure you subscribe so you can know when I go live. I go live twice a day, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. So click that subscriber button, but also click like so we can let YouTube know you are here and you like the live. And I'm going to talk all things live streaming. So little housekeeping. Make sure you like the live, comment, hello, how you doing? Happy Tuesday, as well as making sure that you subscribe to the channel. And then if you are not 18 years and older, this is not the right channel for you. So make sure you put a comment in there to make sure you're 18 years and older, and obviously make sure you're able to live stream. The surprise on your face when you see the new videos. I was like, hey. I have to admit, y'all, my YouTube folks, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not. I'm not a fan. YouTube is different than TikTok. TikTok, you can see who's watching you. Thank you so much, friend. You can see who's on the other side of the screen. I can click that number and see everybody who's listed there on TikTok. On YouTube, you can't. You guys are operating anonymously, which is fine for you as viewers. But as a live host, you want to engage with your audience. You want to connect with you all. So I love it when you guys do comments. So I appreciate the comment, friend. And then I like it when you guys click the like button, you subscribe to the channel, you're seeing the updates that I send out or the notifications I send out because you click the bell. And so all that's part of the process. On YouTube, I can't just kind of look at your profile and click and say, hey, how you doing? I see your profile, what it has on it. Can't do any of that. So it is a different experience here. I get it where some of the live hosts, they kind of like it. They like the just talking and just connecting. But for me, I love the engagement part. I love being able to talk to people and know that somebody's on the other side of the screen and we can have like this back and forth like pals. You said, I understand. Like I like that. I really do like that engagement piece. Like I said, you can't do that on YouTube. So hello everybody who's here. I appreciate you. So when I see the numbers go up, yeah, it's genuine surprise. It's like, oh, people are here. Let me say hi. And then you guys leave. And then you come back. And then you leave. so so then I have to go to my TikTok folks so I can get that whole endorphin rush from going live. Because I don't get it here. I'm sorry, people. I just don't get it here. But thank you all for coming in. See, the numbers went back up again. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you joining. My name is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I am a TikTok Creator Network agency. So if you're new to my live, go ahead and put in the comments, hello, how you doing? And then make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, friends. We're trying to improve the numbers. We're at 601. So make sure you become a subscriber. I appreciate you doing that. And click the bell so I know when you go live, so you know when I go live and I post content. And pals, you said the exchange of energy is important. It is. You want to know people on the other side receiving your message. And so you don't get that as much here. So because of that, I do co-stream. And I'm about to go on to the TikTok side because my TikTok people are waiting on me. Unlike my YT people, y'all like kind of, you can take her or leave her. But my TikTok folks, they like, Dr. Lisa. So I appreciate you guys. So thank you for being here. This will become a playlist. So I do record, I do the co-streaming so I can have it as a playlist and have content. You laughing at me? It's like, yay, my fans, yay. Here, y'all like, oh, she alright. She doing her thing. But the highlights, I do like that feature. So I'm going to try my best to hello friend, how you doing? Thank you for the wave. I'm going to try my best to start using some of the highlight reels here from YouTube so I can post that content and link it to my playlist that I have available. And that way I'm getting a little bit more content, at least from the YT side. So I'm trying my best to improve content creation on here on this platform and get more engagement from you all. So I appreciate anybody who watches the videos, connect with me. I appreciate all the support, and then stay live with me. It's because what I'm sharing is just techniques in terms of how to live stream. Okay. TikTok says she got a cute side part. But whatever, anyway. You said the YT says that, yeah. The YT's like, oh yeah, how cute, she cute with her little lipstick, her little curly weave. But at the end of the day, y'all gonna be looking at me like this. Y'all gonna be seeing my little side part. Well, we're here motivation. So what we hear, motivating, meditation, or you talking about what I do, my live stream is probably more of motivation to go live, to live stream. So that's probably what it is, if that's what you're asking. I think that's what you're asking. I talk about technical things in terms of live streaming. I talk about TikTok quite a bit because that's the platform I'm on primarily, as well as I will talk about how to engage your audience, branding, understanding digital marketing, because all of this is digital marketing. So yes, he said, oh, that's great. Yeah, thank you for asking. And so I just help people in terms of their live journey and experience. And I am a Creator Network. It's a free program on TikTok that helps people go live and help you understand how to, your strategies for live hosting, monetization strategies I talk about as well, some training on TikTok's platform and other initiatives. They roll out the campaigns and other things that's happening on TikTok. And then ultimately, if your account is in jeopardy of getting banned or in violation, an agency can support you to keep your account. So all that's built into what I offer. Thank you everybody who's here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. And thank you for the subscription if you did subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support. I am about to go in on the TikTok side, so let me know if you have questions. I always like to make sure I'm answering questions and supporting you in terms of offering some additional insights. In the meantime, we're going to get things going in just a few seconds to make sure all is well. You know what? I'm actually just going to hit live. I got it, y'all. All right, friends, thank you so much for being here. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. Let me know where you're from. We're going to talk all things going live. I appreciate you all joining me today on this Tuesday, and we're going to talk how to support your live stream. Diana, you are here, friend. I appreciate you coming through. Diana, did you let me explain analytics real quick because that was your question. So let me know. Hello, friend. So when you're in your live, it's up here on the right side. It's like right in this space. It's not quite the very tip top, but it's right here in this space here. There's a little house shape. Okay? So let me know if you're with me, friend. There's a little house shape, and if I click that house, or if I take my finger and I touch the screen and I swipe from the right to the left, it'll flip over to that analytics. So you could touch the house, you can tap that house, and it takes you to what's called real-time performance. And right at the top, it says, I've been here for 1 minute. And so the analytics here is essentially going to talk about your monetization. It's going to tell you how you're streaming. I'm going to do a quick screenshot so you can see what I see. So I'll do it since we just started the live stream. And so when you swipe, when you touch the house, or if you swipe from the left to right or swipe back, that's how you get to that. So really quickly, so you can see what I see when I'm looking at my real-time analytics. I'm going to show you real time. This is what the screen looks like. This is a screen, see? Hey Flourish, how you doing? So when I did that screenshot just then, this is the screen. It turns like this grayed out color. So I can't fully see myself, but you can see my silhouette, my background. And then right here's the time. Okay, so I've only been on a minute. And it tells me I have a good connection. And then it goes into how many views have come in already, how many followers, how many gifters. It has like this little chart that shows how I'm trending. And then it goes into your Scale Live rewards, the monetization that's happened, what your weekly missions look like so far. So all that is part of your monetization for the live, and this is like your performance. And then at the very top is the time. Okay? Let me know if you saw that. Hey, Coach Jessie, how you doing? Friends coming in. Thank you so much. Hey, Flourish. Okay, I see it. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. That's the real-time performance, friend. So it's there for you throughout the entire live. You can click that. You actually should get in the habit of clicking that so you can see in real time how long you've been live and how many new followers you've gotten. Because we talk about maximizing the Scale Live rewards means that you've gone live at least 25 minutes. And hopefully over those 25 minutes, you've gained at least 5 new followers, because that will help you maximize how much you can earn for that particular live, okay? Because TikTok measures it based on your real-time performance per live, so you can make up to 40%. Anything under going 25 minutes or under getting 5 new followers, you're gonna make less, okay? So you won't make that 40%, okay? So the 40% over 25 minutes, over 5 new followers, 5 followers or more, 25 minutes or more will get you the 40%. Okay? So that's what I teach. Hey, Miss Jessie, how you doing, friend? Thank you all for coming in. So let me know if that doesn't make sense. If I need to explain it further. Hey, Holly Q, how you doing, friends? Y'all, I could tap again. I was not able to tap at all last week. Tapping was not an option. Favorite, how are you, friend? Where you been? Hey, how you doing? My sound is totally off. How you doing, favorite? Let me turn this. My phone's gonna overheat on me. How's everything going? Hold on 1 second. Hey, friends, how are you guys doing? Hope all is well. Hello, Adrienne. How are you, friend? Thank you so much, everybody coming in. I appreciate all the support. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? So much for going live again today. You fell asleep. Sometimes you need a nap. That's okay. Sometimes you need a nap. I did not fall asleep though, y'all. I was sitting on my sofa. I was doing the content. I posted a video, y'all, and I was sitting there tired. I was like, ooh, I could take a nap right now. But I was like, I can't take my nap until I post this video. I didn't did the video. I just need to do the edits. Let me just put my little voice over my text on the screen, that type of stuff. So I did not fall asleep. I'll take it. I only slept for 3.5. Ooh, yeah, you needed a nap. Oh my gosh, you didn't sleep well at all. So yeah, you needed that rest. Miss you all. Hey favorite, what's going on, friend? I know life is busy. Kids are back in school. You're back at work. Are you teaching too? Let me know how's everything going. Hopefully everything is well, friend. Hopefully it's well. But we missed you as well. And you said I'm going through some things. Okay, sorry to hear that, friend. Sorry to hear that. So hopefully things get better. Okay. I understand. You said a lot. Yes, family. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, and sometimes we have, there's a season. I tell people at certain points in life, and I've come to this realization that, things can be going well, maybe in your professional life, or with your, your professional work commitments and stuff, or not. And then, family has this season where things can be going well really there, and then it's not. So there's always like this roller coaster of things happening. So just take it one day at a time. Hopefully it gets better, friend. I know it's not easy when you're in that season when things are kind of dipping down. So TikTok gave me the flash goal super early. And TikTok said, I'm gonna give me heart me's. I told you my heart me time was coming. It was coming. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. Let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. Okay? Let me know if you need anything at all. You said need that encouragement. You got it, friend. You got it. You'll do fine. I know it's sometimes when you're in it, you don't see yourself through it sometimes, but you'll be fine. It's just a bad season sometimes. My husband calls that the elusive third. It's rare that all aspects of life are in alignment. I know it's rare, very rare. Yeah, very rare. And when it is, it's like that it feels like it doesn't last long. It's like, ooh, it's about to happen where things are gonna go like this. And honestly, at the end of the day, I recognize it for what it is, and we just kind of go with the roller coaster. We go with it, and so just hopefully it doesn't last long. Okay, but let's say in trouble don't last always. It won't. It won't. Even when we don't see things the way we want them to be, sometimes it's for the better. And so that's talking from a person who's been through it a couple different times. Whether, I've lost parents, both my parents. I'm a divorcee, so I lost a relationship, a significant relationship, so I get it. And, at the end of the day, you kind of see things, the ups and downs of it, and you recognize that it will not last always. And so you just kind of pray yourself through the next, to get through it. So, all right. I appreciate you being here, favorite, though. I appreciate your coming through, friend. Um, hey, Dr. Trish, how you doing? Eugene, I saw you come in as well. TikTok gave me the heart me. So I know many of you. Tosh, how you doing coming back in? Miss Darlene, Love Universified. How's everything going, friend? So hopefully, TikTok gave me that heart me. I need 6 of them. So if you haven't, thank you so much, friend. 4 more heart me's. I know you guys were here in the morning, so heart me's have probably been given. So I appreciate that. Hey, friend, how you doing? So Eugene, are you still on the shop side of the house? I think you are. How's shop going for you? Let me know how shop is going. I was going to talk about super fans. That's what I'm going to talk about today. And Diane, I think you're still with me. How you doing, Miss Darlene? I think you're still with me, so let me know. It's not. It's not. See, TikTok shop is a thing. How you doing, Black Lotus? It is a thing. There's a lot going on with TikTok shop. So you just gotta either go, um, you know, head first into it and just keep moving, or not. Hey, I saved mine into this afternoon. Thank you, friend. I need a topic to talk about. You think I may talk about that getting through loss? Um, I'm here. Perfect, Diana. Um, from a health ed perspective, let me know what you meant by that, Dr. Trish. I just want to make sure I understood what you were saying, friend. Now to go to my main account. Appreciate you and duplicate it. You're so sweet. Appreciate you, friend. Thanks, Leadership Reveal. Thank you for the follow. I see you as well. I appreciate that. You said Wink's wife. How are you, friend? Thank you for that. All right, 2 more heart me's. I appreciate you guys coming in. Like I said, TikTok sometimes throws a curveball, but hey, it's all good. It is all good. Oh, Flourish. Flourish, how many? How many? What's the other one? The fairy plant mother. What's the other page? It's fairy something. You said I have to read. That other one is super cute. Is it the fairy? Did I say it correctly? The fairy plant mother. She's coming next. He said, yes, it's always from a health education perspective, holistic health. Okay, there we go, friend. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. When we had this talk. So whenever you're tying the connecting the dots and just speaking to the intersectionality of all of how health education is in the center. So if you're doing that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Look at you, friend. Look at you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. I brought it home. Flash go. There you go. Thank you so much. I love that. You guys are so sweet. Appreciate you. TikTok says, you guys saying TikTok cannot stop no show here. Hey everyone. Happy thankful Tuesday. Let's say Tuesday. Oh, very plant godmother. Bud of Paradise is very high maintenance plant, but beautiful. Oh, Birds of Paradise. Is that what it is? That's the Birds of Paradise. Is that the plant, fairy plant godmother? Is that what your symbol is? You guys are so nice. I appreciate everybody coming through. So thank you all. I appreciate everybody who's here. Thank you for the support. We smashed that flash goal. So we got it. TikTok tried it. You try somebody else TikTok. We did it. No, it's not, but I had lots of Birds of Paradise. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what Black Lotus was thinking, but you have lots of them. You had lots of them. That's past tense. So is that in the greenhouse? Let us know if you have any in the greenhouse. Thank you so much, Just Fab. Appreciate you, friend. Thanks, Paul, for the reposting. Thank you all for the shares, the likes, the comments. I appreciate you all coming through, supporting the live goals. So we are getting it in right now. So thank you so much. It is. I have 5 in there, but the moving. Oh, you're moving. Who's moving? You're moving. What you mean by moving? I need to give attention to my subscription, but frankly, I am thinking it may make more sense to one. Plants are moving. Oh, selling. Oh, the plants are selling. Oh, gotcha. Well, that's good. They're doing what they're supposed to do. That's good. So I'm assuming things are well too, because you don't have the people doing the poaching as much. So I think that's also kind of gotten figured out as well. So I'm happy to hear that, friend. Or at least right now, things are going well. So thank you so much for the shares, Diana. So here's what I will say. I was going to talk about super fans real quick, because I know many of you are now starting to ramp up your super fans. Did you check your agency's new signups? Is that a wink wink here? Let's not talk it up. Okay, gotcha. All right, friend. Mum's the words. I will leave it alone. What did I say? My mama used to say, peace be still. Let it be still. Let me see. Eugene, look at you. Did I finally motivate you? You gotta go live. I can't invite you. You gotta go live. Go live. Do me a favor. Go live, Eugene. You gotta go live. Once you go live, he said, I see you, Fred. Once you go live, and then I can send the invite. So go live today. Go live for about 30 minutes. And then send me a message. Let me know you went live. You said, I see you, friend. You said, I'm trying. You're thinking about it. For over 30 minutes in July. No, July's a long time ago. TikTok's like, yeah. TikTok's like, he ain't did nothing since July. He said, TikTok said, like, it's October now. so yeah, you gotta go live. You gotta go live, like, yeah, in the last couple days. That would have counted. So yeah, once you go live, TikTok is like, okay, he ready. He did July. He did October. So I love it. Okay, you said I'm on it. All right. Oh, Trisha T, I just got the flash goal. Appreciate you. Yolanda, come on in. I see your friend. Thank you so much. Thank you, Eugene. We'll be happy to have you, friend. You intend to go live more than every 4 months? So hopefully you'll go live soon. I missed the morning live as when Kim came down and everything important was anything important covered. Yes. Okay. All right, friends. Sounds good. Okay, so you missed the morning live. Recap of the morning live. Recap. We talked a lot about we talked about, it was a motivational conversation. I think that was kind of the premise. We set in a space of making sure you start marketing your services and resources. We talked about digital marketing. We talked about digital products and how you can start telling people, sharing what you have to offer. I said a lot of it has to do, and when Kim was up here, she was talking about your brand, making sure you understand you are representing your brand. And then in turn, your brand is actually a reflection of the target audience you're trying to connect with. And so we talked a lot about knowing your audience, and in turn, how do you then tell them, add value, and tell them the solutions you have available for them. So you got to know your products, know what you're offering, and then obviously you want to speak to how your products will solve the problems of your audience. Okay, so you want to be very intentional about that. So as you are, so we spent a lot of time there. We spent some time on the battle conversation in the end. Anybody else, let me know if there's anything else we covered that resonated for folks. Put that in the chat for us. This account is what we have, is what will have my affiliate TT shop, all plants and accessories based. Okay, love that. So as you get TikTok shop creator program, gotcha. And so that's a good one. And so you can actually link that. You know that, don't you? Take a look, Flourish. When you look at my profile, make sure you do that too. You can do that. When you look at my profile, you'll see where my @ symbol, there's an @ symbol that leads you to launch your income agency page. So make sure you do that so people can see the tie to Flourish Plants and your fairy plant godmother are family connected. Can you talk about what's consistent of your brand? What consists of your brand? Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. I have to figure that out. Oh, that's easy. It's easy. So look at my profile here. Click my profile. Click my photo. My mini profile pops up. And then click my photo again and you'll see. All I did was put the @ symbol, @ and then it pops up and I put what account I want to link it, what I want to attach to it. Yeah. So it's fairly simple. Give me 1 second, Dr. Trish. I'm going to show you real quick. So if I'm in, let me see, if I go to, I'm going to go to my shop page so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm on my profile here. How you doing, Glam? I see you, friend. So if I go to my, right here, okay, actually I did the @ symbol, but it says mention. Let me show you. I forgot it said mention. You see that? Mention? If I click. And if I wanted to mention, who do I want to mention? I want to mention myself. I'm gonna mention launch your income agency. I gotta be careful because I have all the imposters there. That's why I said let me mention launch your income agency because I know that's one. So there, all I did was hit mention and I just started typing in the words. Let me go back and show you. So if I hit hold on. Uh-oh. Too far. All these imposters are popping up. Let me cancel. Come out of here. Don't save. Okay, let me come back into it. So I'm here, and I'm gonna hit mention, and then different names pop up. Actually, let me go back. Okay, I hit return, and then I'm gonna hit So there's the add symbol. And then I'm going to go, let me go here so you guys can see what I'm doing. L, A, U, N. See it there? Make that symbol. And there's the agency. Okay? And then I hit save. I would save it until now I tied it in. I don't know if you saw that, friend. Thank you all, friends, for sharing. All right, let me try thanks. You're so welcome. So you guys can always, because they gave us now 160 characters, there's a lot you can do if you want to link, you know, connected accounts. You can do that. So I'm not going to connect this account to anything. I want to do that, but you could do that. Slow going today, but it's going to be better. I hope everyone's having a good day. Thank you so much, Glam. I appreciate your friend. Let me catch up on, wait, repeat the linking. Let me know if you saw that, friend. Leadership reveal. Let me know if you saw what I was doing. I was kind of operating a little slower, so if I need to go through it again, I'm happy to do it. Do they count the characters of the name against our bio? Yes, it does. I'm pretty sure it did. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah. Let me check though. I'm going to confirm that. So right now in my bio, it says I've used 80 of 160. So if I hit return, okay, and now when I hit return, it said 81. So already it used up one. But I'm going to say at launch. Yeah, it's counting as I go. It sure did. It went up to 108. 108. So yeah, it did. Yeah. So it does count. Ooh. Let me see, did I do it? Let me come out of there. Say. Okay, so yeah, it does count against it. So those are the characters that you can do. Let's see. Let me catch up on comments. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for being here. If I missed anything, let me know if I did. You said, I think, yeah, it did. Yep. So you said you think you did it. Let's see. Did it do it? It says at Flourish. It cuts off for me, but I see where it says at Flourish, and I'm assuming that's where it's your name. I think. Yep, you got it. You got it. So yeah, so that's another way. I don't know if you guys caught what I just did. If you do have accounts, so Flourish, obviously she's a business account. She may want people to also go to her personal account as she thinks about, you're welcome, as she's looking at offering accessory products for TikTok Shop Creator Program, and she wants to offer accessories for plants in her shop. So that makes sense that the two would have this connection, this link. The same thing with my page. My agency page is the business account, and then I'm the personal. So same concept. So that's why that connection is there. Okay. And so Dr. Trish, I mean, that's cool. I just connected mine in the main account. There you go. Yeah, yeah. And so you could do it both ways. So when people go to your other page, so Flourish for You, when people go to your business page, they should see Flourish. And when you go to your personal page, they should see the Fairy Godmama page, so mother page. I said Godmama. Fairy Godmama. So they should see both, okay? So it should be reciprocated. So let me know if there's any questions about that, but definitely want to link. When it comes to, how you doing, Lynette? When it comes to your brand, can I tell people to shop on someone else's shop on my live? Sure. Why not? Why wouldn't you be able to say that? Well, I'm just trying to think through. If you, so like if I was on my live and I was kind of talking about yoga and I was like, ooh, you got to go to Coach Chantel's yoga. Ooh, she has the best options in her showcase. Yeah, I can say that. I can say that. Talking about Trisha T and her cooking, and I bought a pot from her frying pot. I did get my pot, y'all. Trisha T, I got my pot. I think I'm going to use my pot. I think I'm going to try to use it before the weekend. I'll probably do it on the weekend. I ain't going to do it during the week. Hello. But yeah, you can say that. Yeah. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. Now, the only thing I would say, do you have your shopping cart on? You don't have shop yet. You don't have shop yet. You don't have shop on this account, or you don't have shop yet at all? Claire, I'm surprised. Claire, why you ain't over 1,000 followers yet? So I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah. You should, yeah. I'm surprised. Is it on the other account? Let me know. Let me know. So, um, I'm surprised about that. Yeah. But yeah, you can talk. You can talk about other people's pages. Coach Jessie and her Fab Lab with her clothing. Yeah, you can talk about other people's shop without a problem, and just direct them to different creators' page. Now, obviously, you know when you have TikTok Shop. Let me turn my mirror around because I'm about to start pointing. When you have TikTok Shop, if you click your photo here, you can see people's showcase, and you can go straight to their showcase. I don't have my shopping cart on right now, so you can go straight to their showcase too. Need to get this account to be qualified TikTok affiliate. Oh, okay, okay, you still growing. Mm, interesting. You might want to have this account go live. You might want to go live on this account, or if nothing else, you know, like when I share, you might want to do a couple times where you pin this product. You said what? Go live. Go live. What you say? What? Did I say something that offended you? Oh man. He's like, what? Did she just say go live? You made it sound like I said go live, and you ain't never been live before. You know how to go live. You know how to go live. Yeah, friend, go live. You said connecting your backups. There you go. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You and your backup too. That was funny. You said what? Wait a minute. Why did TikTok filter somebody? Did they filter you? You're like, look here. I'm about to cuss her out real quick. TikTok filtered you. Somebody got filtered. I don't know who got filtered, but I feel like you said, "Oh, Glam, you got filtered." Okay, gotcha. I was gonna say, I feel like I just got balled out. Glam. So what were you trying to say, Frank? You got filtered. Um, with this account, maybe were you putting in followers or that type of language? TikTok, you know, they'll filter you for that type of language. If it was that, I commented 3 times. Yeah, you put the word follow in it, didn't you? That might have been it. No, I'm like exhausted doing the one now. Well, here's what I would tell you though. Not that you do what you're doing here in your other account. So, for example, like okay, there's times when I do this, and you guys know I do this. So it doesn't have to be exhaustive, but you could do this a few times and say and tell your community, especially if you're growing. Tell your community, say, hey guys, I'm trying to grow this account. If you haven't done so already, make sure you connect with this account. This is a great account. This is going to be the agency account. And for you, you would say, oh, this is going to be my account that's going to do the affiliate program. Please connect with it because I want you guys to get some of the other products and services that I'll have in the shop once I'm approved. That's it. Do that a few times in your life. Currently you got a lot of people flowing through your life, so it's definitely worth doing it. So you definitely got enough people flowing through, so you can easily, um, you know, connect it a few times, do the pins, just put it out there, say hello, and make sure people know to connect with that account. You said no shop for me. Okay. You don't want to have shop? Let's see. Glam, let me know if you want to chat real quick. But it's in the comments and pin it too. You mean put it in the comments and pin it? Yeah, like I did here. That's exactly what I did. Yeah. Yeah. So you said no. Okay, got you, friend. Okay. Um. So yeah. Yeah. Just promote that page. Promote that page and make sure people know about it's being something that's offered. You know, if they want to connect. And then if you guys want to connect, I mean, this is flourish if you guys want to connect to anybody's page. So make sure you guys are engaging with some of the pages in here if you haven't done so already. Because I think a few of you. So Coach Chantel, you said you're in your backup account. Some of you guys are in your backup, so that's totally fine. So that people know about it. You said, can I do the item on my live too? So can I talk? So right now I don't have my shopping cart on. I don't have it activated. You don't have shop anyway, like you said, you don't have shop. So could you talk about a product and say, hey guys, this click on light is really what I'm using lately to make sure my light is really bright in my room. I'm going to show you all about it. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Yeah. You can talk about a product. You can have the product. You can share, this is the product I'm using. I really love it. Yeah. So when I think about Coach, not Coach, Trisha T, when she had the frying pan, she had her shopping cart on actually, but it wasn't the product. How you doing, Leanne? It wasn't the product that was actually pinned in her shopping cart, but she had it on the stove, and she's like, "Ooh, here's the Japanese frying pan. I use it. It's a deep fryer," and she talked about it quite a bit. She didn't have any products pinned, okay, so nothing was pinned on the show on the screen where she will be talking about one and talking about a different one. You know what I'm saying? So when you have them pinned, you can't talk about another product. You got to make sure you stay focused on the product that's pinned. So she didn't have anything pinned, and then she pointed people to the showcase to get it. Now, if you promoted somebody else's, how you doing, my favorite? If you promoted somebody else's products, yeah, you could say, hey, here's how you get it. Now, the only problem with that, look at you reaching level 17 in the room. The only thing you want to be aware of for that is that, I mean, obviously people would have to go there to get it. And if it's not, and if it's not something where they can easily connect with it and click it or whatever, they probably won't get a lot of sales. So it's just something to think about. The whole benefit is that having a shopping cart, having things on, it just makes it accessible. And I think Leanne asked this question yesterday, and it kind of made me think like, okay, the benefit of having the shopping cart is that yes, people can click that purchase right then in in the live, but then also you can have other products there, and they can shop for other things as well. So you can get multiple sales because of people having access that way. So that's the benefit. Let's celebrate our friend, my fave. Let's see. Uh, we'll put the, there we go, right above my head. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for being here, my fave. I appreciate you. So, Dr. Trish, let me know if you're still in the room because we were going to talk about branding. I know I got away from branding, but you asked that question about the highlights of branding. Yeah, I'm not running that. I let my brother have that. I know. I know. Yes. Okay. So you were asking about the highlights of branding. Like, if you don't mind, because the chat got to moving, phrase your question again. What was it about? What did you want me to talk about specifically? Hello, Mrs. Treetop. Appreciate you all. Because, I mean, the main thing you need to recognize when it comes to your brand. Hey, Nika Grace, thank you so much for the heart me. TikTok did give me the flash goal. It was the heart me. So we rocking and rolling now. We beyond we beyond waiting on a flash goal. So we're good. Hello again. Um, so when we're talking, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate it. When we were talking earlier today, what I shared with people was that your brand actually is how people resonate with you in terms of what you're sharing in your live stream and then also what you're sharing in your content. Your brand is essentially you. So if you're branding yourself as Dr. Trish, the health education professional that specializes in talking about health concerns that resonate with women who are either perimenopausal or menopausal age, and how you want to think about your health in the different intersectionalities of health, then that's what your brand is. And you will show up and talk about things that matter to that demographic, that are pain points or things that resonate with them. Okay, and so that's how you're going to show up. But you're going to show up in a way that ideally, like what I say all the time, is that your audience is a reflection of you. So as you're talking to your audience is going to resonate with your message or the information you're sharing. Okay, so they're going to resonate with you, your message, or content that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, if you're talking about different aspects of health, they may show up on the day where you're talking about perimenopausal, or the day you're talking about you had diabetes awareness at one point, or the day you were talking about breast cancer awareness. So now they're like, okay, you know what? I like the way she does things because the topics she's bringing to my attention resonate with me. Or I like her brand, how she communicates, and I can resonate with the information she's sharing because maybe I see myself as a reflection in her, or maybe I love her teaching style or her information she's sharing. So again, that becomes part of your brand. Okay, makes sense. Yep. And then there's some certain aspects about brands. I mean, when you talk about brands, there's also the you know, what do you call it? The aesthetics of what you're doing too. Maybe it's your room, maybe it's my glasses, maybe it's my hair, maybe it's things like that that makes up that brand. So there's those what do you call it? I'm gonna use the word aesthetics. It's another word for it. I can't remember. It's not coming to mind. But essentially, people resonate with that because they see that. So my brand, when I had the pink and my curly hair look, people were like, "Okay, that's Dr. Lisa." So if you saw that logo, you were like, "That's Dr. Lisa." Now, if you saw that logo, you know it's also an imposter potentially too, because there's people who impersonated that look. So you just know that's part of how you brand yourself as well. Okay. So that's all elements of branding. But staying true to your topic, I know sometimes we want to move around and switch to different things. You can do it, but as long as it still is aligned with what you were sharing with your audience, what you essentially is your essential topic. So when I think about Janine, she's the Christian budgeting coach. Or when I think about Coach Chantel, she's going to make sure she talks to you about yoga. Or now we have Trisha, who has Lynn's Legacy Kitchen as her name. And so she's talking about cooking. She's talking about the kitchen and her background with her mom and the connection that she has to cooking. So all that matters. Miss Jessie Motivates. She's talking about motivational messages. So again, your name is a piece of your brand. How you are showing up in your live stream, that's part of your branding as well. So yeah, I think I've always stayed aligned under the health education umbrella. There we go. Similar to whittling ideas. Is that what you weeding? Weeding? Similar to weed. Let me know if that's webbing. Webbing? Is that what you meant? Webbing? Did I say that right? Webbing? I was like, I think that's what I'm. You said web. Okay. Like, wait a minute, did I say that correctly? Thank you so much, Yolanda. I appreciate you. Yeah, and so hey, like, and I'm gonna use my fave for because she was in her room and I don't know if she's still here. She is, because she's a TikTok coach. She's a TikTok coach, and we know there's multiple types of TikTok coaches here. Her coaching really speaks to the monetization, the gift gallery, the leagues. She's talking about it from that perspective and helping people understand how to connect the dots. She said, I'm here. So I just wanted to say that because I was going to say that may differ than some other coaches that talk about content creation, that talk about understanding creator search insights, or that talk about going live, but they're talking about the aspect of engagement in different ways too. So everybody, you can have a similar topic, but it's about how you address that topic and how you are connecting with your audience, because your audience are, there's a billion people on this app, there's billions of people on this app, so they're resonating with you, so there's enough room for everybody. Okay, it doesn't have to be only these people can talk about this. You said you saw tiny stilettos today, did you? Wasn't it fascinating? Oh, and y'all know I got a little special heart for the dolls. I told y'all I have a doll collection, a little mini doll collection, but I have a doll collection. So to see the little tiny stilettos, you said, yeah, so good. It's very nostalgic for me. Working on your architect audit, the tech piece. Okay. Yes, there is a space for everyone on TikTok. It is. It's absolutely space. Yeah, there is a space for all of us. It's a space, and so that's why you wanna not necessarily get consumed with seeing all the people. I told you guys the story. This happened over the summer. Her room was roomy. Yeah, her rooms all the time. She said, she's kind of like Trisha T and Natty Nat and Wellness Girl, where their rooms will room, but there needs to be a little bit more engagement for all the rooming that's happening. So you gotta, I think that's gonna be kind of the climb for her. She's gonna have to figure out a couple other things she needs to do to kind of get engagement. Maybe that goal strategy, I told her about that before. So I think that's gonna be important so that she can maybe help to encourage people to engage a little bit more. You said I was trying. I know. I know. And so she needs mods too. Her mods need to help her more. Yes, she does need mods. Well, she has mods, and you're right. She probably does need to have them help more. That's what we talked about too. Her moderators are just kind of popping in and out. They're not consistent enough. But on top of that, she needs to kind of get them to kind of hone in on some of the engagement strategies and helping people understand how to properly engage. She'll have moments where her room will do okay, but it's definitely not where it should be. She said they are silent tappers. She's so funny too. If you sitting there with her for a long time, she is actually hilarious. She is super funny. She's like, you know what, y'all? I know y'all hear me. She said, I just want to see if y'all gonna tap. You ain't gotta tap. You ain't gotta tap. And she doing her little tiny shoes. And then somebody will tap in. She said the numbers go up and down. I don't think. She said I think I'm disturbing their nostalgic feeling as they're sitting there listening at me, looking at me do these tiny little shoes. So it's cute. If you go in her room, she is hilarious. You said she is, yes. So I was about to make a point because in terms of being multiple people on this app, and it was during Community Fest. I think I shared the story for some of you who were here at the time, where I went into a room in Community Fest. You know, Community Fest was all about the treasure boxes. People were bringing guests up into their boxes quite a bit, so you would see on your feed people who you normally would support and see. Thank you so much, Coach Rhonda. People you normally would support and connect with were actually live. Okay, so I saw one of the people who, she's popped in the room a few times, but one of the people who would normally come to my room, she was live, but she was on somebody else's live. So I was like, oh, let me just go in and support because it's Community Fest. Well, long story short, the gentleman, I'll leave his name alone. Matter of fact, it's funny. I don't even remember his name because I couldn't even tell y'all right now what his name is because that's how much he became a non-factor to me. Okay. Non-factor, didn't follow, didn't engage. So I really don't even remember the man's name. But with that, I went into the room and I saw her up in the box and I started tapping and I sent her a gift. And long story short, he called me up in the box. I accepted against my better judgment because I was already reading the room. And I was like, this is the people, he's somebody I really don't think I'm gonna I should be engaging with, but I accepted the invite. We had figured out, but I forgot it now too. Did you forget? Lord knows I forgot that man's name. I need to figure it out too, so I can tell y'all in real, not maybe on a live, but maybe on the Zoom. I can say, okay, here, if you're connected with this person, you might want to rethink that. But if I remember, I will do that. Actually, I don't have any qualms about doing it. I just won't do it here. So. So with that, he said, so when I said, oh, I'm a TikTok coach, you said disconnect. Exactly. Exactly. He was like, oh, what makes you a TikTok coach? And he just went into this like, you're not somebody who has, he started naming people. I'm not going to name people because we're here, but he started naming people who are like top TikTok creators, coaches. And I was like, you know what? You're the person that I would tell my room to not engage with, not to listen to, because those are people who are telling you can't do something or that you're not worthy or you should be comparing yourself to these other folks. And that's not the reality of it. You need to compare yourself to yourself. Don't let, I say it all the time, comparison is the thief of all joy. If you sitting back saying, well, how do I become this person? That's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to be the best version of you. You're trying to help people grow and understand the way you grew and understand. And they're resonating with your message. They don't have to go to those other people. As a matter of fact, those other people I wouldn't go to. And I know what I like. I know who I resonate with. And those aren't the people. Their message doesn't relate to me. Their way of engaging and connecting doesn't relate to me. So at the end of the day, why would I compare myself to them? You said that's absolutely correct. Yeah. So you don't have to come. And so if he's sitting back, and this is what I tell people when you're thinking about coming live, and should you go live, and your family are like looking at you like, why are you doing this? What does this mean? Oftentimes, you don't need to tell people who are going to be dissenters and people tell you you can't do something or you shouldn't be doing something. Those aren't the people you want in your ear. You want people who are going to uplift you and encourage you and make you feel as if you can do anything you put your mind to. And you can. And that's the reality of it. So, my point of this, the TikTok streets in the evening times, you find some people out here that are not for you. And so don't listen to them. You want to make sure you listen to people who will help to elevate you. Okay? Yes, absolutely. Greetings. How you doing? Different results. Appreciate your friend being here. Tina, how's everything going? Thank you for being here as well, friend. That is it. Correct. Check your circle. Yeah, check your circle. So yeah, so he's not somebody I will be around ever. It's funny when I get a chance because I think I messaged with that person afterwards. I was like, hey, I was there to support you. So if that's who you want to have in your circle, that's up to you. But that's not for me. So I made that very clear. Like, no, I won't be. And so he made a comment like, oh, you didn't even follow the live host. And I was like, I'm happy I didn't follow the live host. That was smart. And it wasn't intentional. Honestly, like when I came in the room, I came in the room for her. And so when I did that engagement, it wasn't that I wasn't trying to follow the live host. But I'm happy I didn't. Because I was like, okay, now I know. Because I would have had to unfollow you. So now you saved me a step. Thank you. Appreciate you. So thank you for that. But yeah, so that's what this is all about. You got to make sure you are connecting with the right people too. Good. Thank you so much, Tina. Appreciate your favor for the Octobers. Thank you so much, friend. Nika, let's see, who automatically follows a live host? People with 999 people. They're following, I guess. Let's be real. That is true. That is true. You do want to go into a room. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. You do want to go a room and just look and take a peek and see who you want to, if this is somebody you want to follow. Thank you so much. Appreciate the Octobers. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate your friend. How do you send out an invite to guest anyone in the room? To say that again. How do you send an invite to guests to everyone in the room? I'm pinning your comment. I'm trying to make sure I understand. How do you send an invite? And when you click the two people, is that what you're asking? Let me understand what you're saying. To everyone in the room. I mean, when you click the two people, you see your full viewer list. Is that what you meant? You see who's in the room. You can click your viewers. I think that's what you're saying. Thank you so much, Dr. Trish. I don't know if I'm reading your question correctly. She will. I think you had a question too. Yes, we had an uplifting 20-minute live together today with Nettie Nat, Luna, and Soda today. That was uplifting, motivation. I love it. I love that. I think that's what you're saying. Let me know if that's what you meant by that, Coach Chantel. You wait and see if it's for you. Exactly. You definitely have to wait. You got to be discerning. Do people read books on live? Some people do read out loud. I've actually seen different results. I've seen people, they're reading out loud. Now you got to be careful reading silently because you got to have some movement. That's the new static images. You got to be careful with that. But I've heard some people, yeah, they were reading books out loud. Do you cover super fans yet? I did not. Let me get to super fans. I sure will. Thank you so much, She Will. I think there's a way to invite everyone. Well, you can't invite everyone because you only got 8 boxes. What you mean? You share out your live as a live host to viewers. So you're sharing the live. And if you want to invite people up as a guest, let me know if anybody knows what our friend Coach Chantel's talking about. I just want to make sure I answer your question, friend. I don't, do multiple warnings equal a restriction? No. I think they only give you issue 2 warnings before you get a restriction. Yes, I received a shop violation. Static image. Yeah, that static image is catching people for TikTok shops. Well, and like I said earlier, TikTok shop. So anybody who gets that image where it says the green screen and the sticker, that's part of the static image violation. And if you look at it, it's part of the TikTok shop policy. So that means that you had your shopping cart on. In most cases, you had your shopping cart on, and so your shopping cart was activated, and for whatever reason, maybe you moved away from the screen, maybe you were sitting too still, something happened where there was not movement, and because of that, or they didn't see you on the screen anymore, and because of that, you probably got a warning. It said violation warning, and then if you got a violation, it'll say violation, and it takes points away, as in TikTok shop points. So just be careful of that. I was in a room and they sent an invitation to guests and everyone received it. I don't know what they did, Coach Chantel. I really don't know. I'm looking at the guest feature on my side, and I can see where they probably sent out invites and just went down the path here. But I don't see where you can invite all. I don't see that. Yeah, I don't see that. Yeah, she lost points. Yeah, points. Yeah, they assess points on you then. Yeah. Hey, Katya, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so, okay, thanks for checking. Yeah, I don't see where you could do it, friend. If anybody else knows what you could do, let me know. But when I click the two people, I don't see it. Are you going live today? Let me know if you're going live today. But I still don't see it, friend. Yeah, I don't see anything. Thank you so much. Yes, let's see. Make sure I answer questions. Let's stay focused, friends. Um, okay, so super fans. So let show of hands, who has super fans turned on? Who has it activated? Let me know in the room. If you already have your super fans, you've talked about your super fans, you have it set up and activated, let me know who has that. And so me. Okay. So I'm asking that just so that we can start talking about it from a perspective of, okay, now that you have it on, like, what are you noticing? What's going on? I do, but I need help. Me. Okay, me. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna talk about it from how to get it started, but also just recognizing that some of this is going to require you to think very intentionally about what you want to offer your community. Okay, I've activated, but I have no super fans, and I haven't refined my offering. That's it. You got to refine that offering. I have to talk about it more. You have to talk about it. You do. I have fans that were converted over. I think mine is set up. Yes, you think. You need to check. I need new perks. Yep, yep. So here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about it real quick in a sense of just making sure you guys have it set up. Okay? I'm going to do a couple of screenshots so that you guys can see it. So when it comes to super fans is here with your fan club. So when you see your fan club, I'm sorry, I pointed to my daily heart me. Oh, I did the right thing. Hold on one second. Um, it popped up based on heart me, my gift gallery rather. So when you have your super fans set up, I want you guys to pay attention to your fan club zone, and then your customized perks. So there's different perks that you can um, set up in your super fans as well. Okay, so they've actually built it out a little bit more too. So if you guys get a chance, I can so your customized perks. Nika, this is thank you so much for that daily heart. Me who came in. I missed it. Hey Soda. Because I know some of you guys are my super fans. So if you, I'm going to show this because you could pin it. This wasn't here before. So TikTok has updated the super fan area. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. I was sitting up there doing a screenshot and I shot myself out the room. So, okay, so there's a couple different things you can do in here. So if um, you can, yeah, I was wondering if it's better to get subscribers elsewhere for a better percentage. I tilt my head. E-Nurse, I see your question too. Give me 1 second. To get a better percentage subscriber elsewhere, like Substack or Patreon or some other place like that. Is that what you meant? Off TikTok? I think that's what you're saying. Let me know. Possibly. You should probably have multiple. I was offering my heavy duty content creation tips, tactics, and brainstorming to my super fans. That's good. That's a good one. So that's good from a content person because you have a lot of great information. So how do you turn on your showcase? How do you turn on? You have a question. How do you turn on the shopping cart? E-Nurse, give me a second. Let me run through super fans and I will circle back to that question, E-Nurse. So give me 1 second because you're asking about TikTok shop. So give me a second for that. Um, okay. Yeah, when I mention it, it gets muted. Okay. Yeah. So I think yeah, so you possibly could go to other platforms and see, but be careful about how you talk about them. Yeah. Did you already go over what this magic genie thing is? What magic genie? What are you talking about? Uh, yes. So what you talking about? What's the magic genie? Oh, you're talking about for the fan club? It's one of the campaigns. I haven't in your gift gallery. I haven't because I didn't participate in that campaign. I didn't sign up for it. So you gotta if you swipe through over here for the campaigns, one of them talks about the magic genie. Where's it at? I saw it earlier. So yeah, one of them talks about the magic genie. The magic genie is a campaign. So you said you thought the campaign ended already. Oh yeah, I didn't sign up for it, so it might have ended. So maybe that's the problem. It's a campaign. I need a campaign 101 class. You're so funny. You said campaigns 101. You need to look at the campaigns and sign up for some. That's it. Where can we find them? So in the live stream, let me know if you guys don't see. In the live stream, you should see certain campaigns that will pop up right in this area. It's like a little campaign ad space. But under your live screen, under the live home screen, is the other campaigns. Yes, I see it. Yep. So you just pick the campaign that makes sense for you. So for example, if I go to my shop page, um, you said I'm the only person that ever seen it in the gift gallery. I don't know why I said because I ain't signed up for it. That's what I want to learn. Where in lives to see it? Did you see it? Do you see it right here? It's the different campaigns. If you go to TikTok Studio on your profile page, click the live. You're gonna go to the live side, and then scroll down to the campaigns. This is the campaign section. So see what campaigns are there, and then sign up for them. So how cute! You would just sign up for some of the campaigns that are listed here. Oh, there's a trick or treat one. I should look into that one. And then there's some that are here. So I see it in mine. Okay. I'm in during a live. So before you go live, you can look at the campaigns on your live home screen, or while you're live, there's some that will show up. And you can actually, this would happen with the tiny dining one. I was in the live and I looked and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just hit sign up, and didn't read it. I didn't know all the requirements. And next thing I know, my gift gallery was the tiny dinies and some other requirements about me having to do that match battle. So yeah, so it's there for you. Thank you so much. Appreciate your friend. I need to find it so I can put it in my showcase. I don't have the lipstick though. Well, I'm sorry, I don't have it in the showcase. I need to look it up. Oh, Doc, I wanted to ask. I got a message requesting product collaboration. Want to make sure it was real. Hi, Wendy. How you doing? Where did you get it at? Did you get it in your inbox under shop? So let me show you. So if you're here, hey Jill, how you doing? Look at you, reaching level 15. Thanks, Jill. Thank you for that daily heart me. Let me turn this around. Here, you might have gotten a symbol here that says TikTok shop, and there's different collab messages under here. This is legit. If you TikTok shop messages here, so this is all different collabs that you can get. You say, yep, then it's legit. This is TikTok shop, and it's a collab message under here. Yeah, that's legit. Now, if it was in here, just some random inbox message, then I'd be like, no, don't do that. but yeah, so but as long as it's under shop, it should be a legit seller or brand that you can work with. Okay, thanks. You're welcome, friend. Yes. Thank you so much, Jill. Appreciate you coming through. Okay, so super fans. It's like, where was I going? Super fans. Let's go back to super fans. Okay, friends. I'm gonna put this up so I can show super fans. Y'all so funny. um, thank you so much for being here, friends. We gotta stay focused. Hello, thank you so much. All right, so here's where Superfans is located. So this is the first screen, okay? So here, friends, it's going, there we go. So when you are, let me turn my screen the other way, turn my mirror on. So when you guys are doing your Superfan connection, okay, so you know here is where you turn on all the features. We are gonna do, trying to think of story to make you laugh. Appreciate your friend, appreciate you. Here is, thank you for the populars. Here is Superfan. So when you have Superfan, you have different features here. Okay, so you got your fan club identity. You guys can set that up. We're under, you guys see where we're under the fan zone part. Look at the side over here. Okay, so we're over here on the fan club side. Okay, so I want you guys to, get the stickers. Add your stickers for your super fans. So when people go in the chat, let's see some of the stickers, the go live stickers, practice make progress. We got the stickers in there, so you put the stickers in there. And then you have your super fan goal. This is a feature where you actually can pin if you want to set a goal for your live. And you can say, hey guys, we're looking to get 5 super fans for this live stream. So there's a way you could set up the super fan goal for the live. You could do that. Okay, you guys know we got the other areas where we got the super fan chats. I'm not going to turn on the super fan only chat. Nika in the room, Nika is in the room, so I'm not going to do that to Nika. But you could turn on your super fan only chat. And that's a way where you can say, hey guys, I want my super fans to be the first to answer this question, or I want to hear from my super fans first as we talk about this topic. And so you could turn this feature on so only your super fans can chat. Okay? And then turn it off. Make sure you turn it back off, okay? Thank you all for the stickers. And then when you are ready to go live with your super fans, and so it's not a best practice, but you can go live. Flourish, I don't know if she's still in the room. We talked about this earlier where she was trying to get to 20 super fans. She's now, I think, 24 super fans. But she was trying to get to 20. She's like, Dr. Lisa, once I get to 20, I'm going to go live with my super fans. And I was like, well, just go live with them. It's fine. You got to know. So don't stress yourself about not having enough super fans to go live. You can say, hey, once we get to 10 super fans, we're going to go live and we're going to talk, and whoever can come, that'll be great. How like you, I don't know how many super fans you have, but you have, for you, you're talking about the content creation. So the people in your room, they become super fans so they can learn from you about content creation. And then ultimately, that group will create more people coming into your live stream. The super fans, once you turn this on, you can have more people sign up to become a super fan because you turn on the feature where they get a preview. Okay? So you can turn that on. How you doing, J Money? And then they can also come to your live stream to become a super fan because they want to hear about content creation or whatever you have to offer. So that's another way to grab more super fans. Thank you so much for that daily heart me. For your content, are hashtags still working? I've heard from at least big TikTok host that no. Hashtag still working. Well, when I went to the Creator Search Invite and Insights meeting, he said hashtags are still a thing. He was saying it was, but and I use hashtags still, but if you're saying people are not seeing them as useful, he did talk about hashtags being useful, and people still search based on hashtags, and they have not removed hashtags as a TikTok entity, so people still use them. So they're still a thing, I guess. Um, the other thing I wanted to show about this is pinning. I want to show this. This is new. So when TikTok, okay, I'm still using it too. Yeah, I use them. TikTok now has it where you can customize your perks and you can pin them. Okay, so you can pin your perks. So keep that in mind. That's another way to share some of the perks that you have for your super fans. And you can come up with different perks listed here, or create your own as well. Okay, so yeah, you said I still use them too. Okay, oh nice. Yeah, so the own pin perks. I didn't know that. Yep, yep. So I think that's a newer feature that wasn't there. That was not there before. That's a newer feature. You said that's nice. Yeah, yeah. That's a newer feature that you can do. So let's go to super fans. Let's go to super fans on my shop page. So if you are on your profile, remember I just told you guys we were here. We're on the live home screen. Hello, friends coming in. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're new to my live, appreciate you coming in. My newbies, thank you for the likes, the shares, the repost. Appreciate everybody coming through. And if you're new to my live, just put in the chat that you're new so we can chat and connect with you as well. Okay, so TikTok Studio, we're on the live screen. This is the live home screen. So remember we scroll down, remember the analytics. This is where you see your analytics, friends. Then we see there's more analytics information. See your top gifters, and then you see campaigns, and then you go down to tools and resources. The one for super fans is under the fan club. So under the fan club here, hello, how you doing, Silver Fox? As you scroll up, you see some analytics about your fan clubs and how people have been engaging. And then you can go here to fan club zone. So as you go to the fan club zone, you can have stickers created, all the information here about what to do, and then you can go to customize perks. And this is where you create perks. You can turn some on, or you can create a new one. That's with the plus sign up here. Thank you so much for the shares, friend. J Money, appreciate you, friend. So you can create a customized perk if you have something specific, and then you can just put the name of it, put a description, and then you can see what it'll look like for your community in terms of a preview, and save it. They have these little icons here that you can select through if you want to pick an icon for that perk. And then ultimately you save it. TikTok will then take, I think it's 24 hours to approve it. So it would have like a little grayed out bluish box, because it's grayed out because it still needs to be approved. Okay, so it's not approved yet. And then you can turn on some of the other features depending on what you want to activate as your super fan perk. So my people who are going to do a customized perk, so like HoloQ would have created something that spoke to content, content overview, content discussion with super fans, some title she would have called it, and then she would have put a description. You only get 150 characters. She would have added a description to say, here's what I'm offering my super fans in terms of this, the strategy and tactics for creating content on TikTok. She would have had that type of description. And then she would put that icon, save it, and then TikTok has to approve it. And then that becomes one of the actual super fan perks that she will want to activate. And people will know that that's what they get. So her super fan only chat is about that. Okay? Or super fan only live is about that. Okay. So again, you can create those customized perks for your community, turn it on, and then a big part of today's conversation and at 10 o'clock was about promoting the services you offer, whether that's your super fan, whether that's your service plus, whether that is your content creation, or I'm sorry, your digital product that you created. Whatever you're offering, you got to talk about it. Okay. If you got a live goal, you got to talk about that. Remember, we talked about live goals and coming up with special ways to describe them so people will engage with your live goal. So, all that's part of it. Thank you for the populars. But you got to talk about it, friends. You got to tell people what you have. You got to lead them to your solutions. Okay. Let me know if there's questions about that. I want to make sure we are all on the same page. Um, and helping everybody grow. I am looking for more on uploading a course to Service Plus. Yeah, anybody has anyone done this yet? I haven't dealt with it yet, so I don't know much about it. Anybody has done the video course for Service Plus? Lead them to your solution. Yes, that's it. Lead them to your solution. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Yeah. I tried the live goal language change in my live today. How did it go? How was it? I want to refresh a digital product course I did for this platform. Ooh, okay, okay. No, not yet. So Yolanda says she hasn't done it yet. Anybody who has done it, I haven't done it either. I was gonna look into like the details surrounding offering a course, because I know there is you can put a monetization to it, to the course that you want to offer. I know TikTok didn't say that they take a cut from it, so it's interesting. I was actually kind of intrigued by that, but they do have the ability to change the pricing for it. Not sure why that's the case. At least that's what I read. So I was actually curious about anybody doing it and what does it mean to offer a course. I'm going to do it. They take 50%. Okay, so they do take 50%. Okay. So TikTok is gonna always get their cut. I don't know why I didn't think that. They will always get their cut. Yeah. Do they take a cut? Yes, TikTok does. Coach Jessie said 50%. They said, oh hell no. Well, it depends on the course you're offering, so you might be able to price it a little higher. But yeah. Um, what language change? So here's what I did earlier. Let me show you. So here's my live goal. What she's talking about is the language change on the live goal. So let me edit my live goal. So under your live goal, and I'm gonna screenshot this where you guys can see what I'm doing. Under your live goal, you can change it. So I'm gonna put, and I was teasing with this earlier. Y'all know I was teasing. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did earlier. Um, this is for my, okay. So okay, and then you can pin it. So here's what I did. Okay, so you can see as you pin your live goal, I put here, I said October equals crochet doll. Thank you so much. I don't have a crochet doll. I had the little stick figure I did earlier. Okay. But essentially if you reached your goal, so my goal is 10. So if you reach your goal, you can come up with something that relates to your live topic. So Leanne, what did you do? What was your live? What did you put in there for your live goal? So essentially I said make sure you talk about it. So you can say, hey guys, if we're gonna get to the October, if we reach our October goal, I'm gonna do that crochet doll for us. We got 10 Octobers we need. Come on in. Let me know if you want to support my live goal. We're gonna do the crochet. So whatever your topic is, what was your thing, Leanne? What did you have in there? I'm actually curious. Did you reach it? Did you actually do it and reach it? How you doing, Prayer? Appreciate you being here. Prayer changed things 100. Um, we won our dolls. We didn't reach the goal. We never reached the goal last time. We had 8 of 10. We never reached the goal. How about that? I was doing card inventory for my mystery packs, so I put greeting cards near heart puffs too. Oh, greeting cards need heart puffs too. Oh, you changed the words. Say that again. What did you do? What happened? What did you put? You said greeting. I saw I put greeting cards and eat heart puffs too. Is that what you put? You just put some words there. You said greeting cards and eat heart puffs too. That's cute. All right, let me show you. Should I talk about it? You can talk about it. Let me hear what you did, friend. You want to come up? Let me know what you did. Because I know I messed it all up. Let me show you real quick. Here's what it looks like in real time so that you guys know what I'm doing. So when you have a live go, and so what Leanne is saying is that she changed the language here. You see, it says thank you for reaching my goal. And so you could change this verbiage. I just exit out and I added um, October equals, crochet doll. And so again, I was saying, okay, if I was a crocheter, I would create a crochet doll if I hit my 10 October goal. So just know that that's something you can do, and just tell people about your live goal, because that's what it is. It's a goal. And you can decide. And TikTok actually has it. When you erase this, it says, what would you do if you reach this goal? It actually has that grayed out in terms of the rationale for that verbiage. Okay. Now I'm willing to. Now that I am willing to do. Okay. What's that? What's that? Um, Mini course to lead them to the next thing. Gotcha. Okay. So if you reach the goal, you send those who helped you reach the goal the crochet doll. No, I was saying in my example, y'all. in my example. In my example, I was saying that maybe if I was a crocheter, I would crochet a doll. You know what I'm saying? Like in your live, if I'm doing different patterns for my live stream, the one I would do is now I'm going to crochet a doll. So that's what that means. So it's something you're going to do in the live, or something you want to showcase to your community. Got it. Yep. So you can, and again, you can talk about that. So Leanne, I'm bringing you up, friend. Hello. Hey.
Oh, it's super quick, but what I was doing today is I have a greeting card business, and
Okay.
so a lot of people don't know that. So
Okay.
I started doing these lives during the middle of the day where it's like more day in the life of. So I'm doing some of like the tasks that I have to do as a full-time artist. What are some of the things you're doing behind the scenes? So I was doing some inventory because I'm doing mystery packs for the greeting cards for the end of the year, like sales stuff. And I was thinking, because of what you said, I was like, I couldn't think of something equals something, but I was thinking that now every time I do a live, I would just make the goal, the language a little bit more closer related to what I'm doing. So being trying to be funny and cute, I put greeting. I created the goal as, I don't remember how many heart puffs, but I said greeting cards need heart puffs too, and then I
Okay.
set the goal. I met the goal, but I am 100% sure that nobody actually read it because it was all my LYIA friends came in my room and lit up my room in 2 seconds. So I don't really know if it had any impact,
Goodbye.
but I think it will I definitely think it will in the future because I can think of like if I'm doing a carving, and like one of the last ones that I just carved was it was like two vases with plants in them, and I can only get so much done on a live. But if I could put something um like however many of the live goal would equal me finishing a whole vase and plant, carving a whole vase and plant tonight, or something of that sort. So I think every live I can tailor it to like what I'm doing, which I didn't think of before. I know you can change it, but I didn't think of doing it in that way. So I think it will be pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. And so for you, yeah, you're right. So if you can make it something that is intriguing for your room. So and again, I didn't know you did greeting cards, but you do something else. You do the print press
Yeah,
type stuff.
yeah, I do block printing, liner cut printing, and a lot of the content I post, and I've done it on live too, is carving the blocks. And yesterday I went live and I was actually doing the printing. I'm not gonna do that again though. That wasn't a good idea. But the carving and stuff, so people are watching me carve, and it's, to me, that's a very similar thing to like your example of the crocheting.
Right.
Or yeah, and I've been jumping in and out of a lot more like artist live to see how they're doing certain things, and to see what I can figure out and learn. And it's interesting because a lot of them are, it's the same thing that we're seeing in like Tiny Stiletto's room, where there are a lot of people in the room,
Right.
but no one is gifting
Yeah.
and or liking.
Yeah.
So
So with Tiny Stiletto, what she shared is that everybody wants her to do the red bottoms. And I said, well, maybe put a gift up there and a gift goal that says, I don't know, October or Galaxy equals design the red bottoms, And so she would then decide, she would have 5 galaxies or whatever the case may be as her goal. And say, hey guys, if we get this goal, I'm going to do the red bottoms for you all. And so people will see that. And so maybe that could help entice the room a little bit more. It's like, oh, we got one of 4, one of 5 galaxies. We need a few more, and I'll do the red bottoms. And so that's what I was saying, that she could do something like that. She's talking about it. She pins it a few times. In her room, obviously, she's designing, so she's working with her hands just like you are. So it's just that opportunity and moments that you have to kind of build in to pin your live goal or talk about your
yeah,
live goal and do things like that, so people know, like, hey, I got this live goal here. Let's get going, and maybe I'll do something a little unique in the room because people are supporting the goal.
yeah. I want to solve that problem before I have that problem.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like, well, and again, I think it's the creative aspects of what you're doing. So maybe start off small with heart puffs or something else, and just see if you're able to get that goal achieved, and you could do some kind of small design or creative thing in your room, and it's already built into what you're doing anyway.
the good thing I found is a lot of, aside from my LYIA folks, a lot of the people that are coming into my lives, well, I'm saying a lot of the people, the majority, it's not a lot of people yet.
Yes,
But
yes.
that are coming in are folks that have engaged with my content.
Okay.
And, I've started to see that reciprocation with them, and they're starting to join my lives. And those folks, because that's the community building part. I'm building that community, and those folks, I mean, it doesn't have to be heavy gifting, but those folks are starting to recognize, I guess, the value of what I'm doing, or feel the value of what I'm doing, and are starting to gift. So that part is good. And I did also try today, was the first time that I did, you recommend to us a lot to do the keyword searches and create a search insights, and in those very few first minutes of the live, to really put the language out there. And let me tell you, Dr. Lisa, I couldn't even believe it happened that quickly. This was before folks started really coming in, but I talked about it. I talked about who I am, and then I talked about, of course, because I push analog. Surprise, surprise! I own a stationery company, and I sell greeting cards, and blah blah blah. And in minutes, I had more than one greeting card. People that do not follow me on this account, but people that from the industry that I am familiar with, jumped into my life because my life got pushed out to them in the first few minutes.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm just saying, listen to this part. That worked. That really
It does.
work.
It does. It's an algorithm. So it's hearing what you say, everything you do, everything you search for, is pulling all that together and making meaning with it, with how that person may be interested in your topic, your live stream. And then as you say those keywords, as you're saying that, is pushing out to those people. And so
Yeah, it really works.
So in the beginning, when I was first introducing myself quite a bit in my early stages, I would say I'm Dr. Lisa, launch your income agency, and I would talk about monetization. I would talk about I'm from Orlando, Florida, and then I would talk about people who are nervous, afraid, shy. Without a doubt, I would get Lisa's in the room. I would get Orlando, Florida folks, you Florida folks. I would get them in the room. I would get people who are looking to make money online and who are nervous and afraid and shy. So all that, because people are talking about that, they're searching for that, they're engaging in content that's based on that. So yeah, so TikTok will push them out. So yeah, just make sure you have a strong start and just continue to do that and play around with it. If you saw where you were saying those words and repeating them early on, and then those people came in your room, try that. Try some other things too, some other keywords.
Yeah, yeah. This week is an experimentation week for me.
Yeah, that's it. And Janine said the same thing. Her budget folks are coming in the room too.
Oh,
Then
that's
boom,
good.
our room comes up. Yep, that's it. Yep, exactly. Yeah, so that's awesome. So yeah, play around with the whole live goal. That was the whole point with that. So just think about how you can leverage that from pinning it on your page, talking about something you can do with your community to get people to engage with your goals. Now this is the thing I tell you all the time. TikTok wants you to obviously make sure your room is also benefiting TikTok. Okay?
Yeah.
So if your room is not feeding the beast, like I said before, then you got to work on that. You got to work on your gift gallery, people engaging in that, people engaging with your live goal. And so that element is how TikTok wins and benefits too. Because again, so you got to
Yeah,
be careful about
I
not doing
went.
that.
I was on Flourish's live this morning,
Uh-huh.
and I had to even say to her, like, she did a really good job of encouraging folks to support her goals,
Yes.
but in a way that didn't feel like, like. Well, I think we all are trying not to sound like too salesy or something
Right.
of that sort. But she did a really good job, and she really did a good job of um, making it clear what the benefits of being a super fan was for her, and like the perks. And I was like, oh man, this is good because people were supporting, and she just made it so clear and what kept. I wasn't even on there very long and kept reminding folks of different things and things from her campaigns that we as viewers cannot see.
Exactly.
But she was talking about it and reminding folks to, this is where they are. And it was like, we're doing this together, It was good.
Yeah. So she's done really well with growing. I wonder if ChatGPT could help towarding superfan offering. Yeah, yeah. So for me, chat, I've used it to, come up even with the descriptions for the superfan, you know, offerings and stuff. So yeah, you can actually have it and talk about, use that for keywords and talking points for why become a super fan and what you had to offer. Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you so much, Leanne. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming in. So yeah, you're doing the research, and you are you're going to grow. So you are definitely growing. You're in the growth season.
Yeah, I know I will. I just have to find out. I have to find that right combination of things. So I'm gonna just keep tweaking and trying, and I'll find that sweet spot.
Awesome. All right, friend. All right, take care.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, coming in, sharing the live. Um, yeah, try chat. Definitely try it. Chat should help you quite a bit with developing your super fan. And so I will say this, Flora, she talks about it all the time too. When we did our Zoom call, she says she spent time with putting in the topic for her live because she's very detail oriented and very organized. So her particular live is built on talking points about the plans she's covering, as well as making sure she's infusing some of the benefits from her campaign as well as her live stream. So yeah, Flourish is very intentional about using chat to help her organize herself. But Five Wellness Woman is another one that uses chat quite a bit for her live stream. So definitely use it, especially if you're someone who wants to make sure that you're covering all the different aspects of your live stream and you're doing it obviously for sales. I missed the beginning. Can you repeat the part about engaging at the beginning of your live, please? Oh, not a problem. How you doing, Sharps? Is that it, Sharp? Thank you for being here, friend. Um, I'm gonna give you homework too. See, I gotta give you a little homework, okay? So it actually ties to your question. So your question is very important because you want to make sure that people will engage in your live stream, and it starts with your profile. So with your profile, I want you to make sure you have words in your bio. So when I clicked your bio, there's no words there. Now, I always have to point this out because some people, I'm going to great. How are you? I'm doing great, friend. I always got to point this out because some people don't have words in their bio and it's not showing because their account is private. Now, here's what I say about private accounts. And I know some people do it as a strategy because they want to keep their account very niche specific. So if you have a certain audience, we just talked about somebody who's in the gardening or plant industry, maybe they only want followers and community, building a community that's very specific to that niche. That that's a strategy. It doesn't allow you to grow as quickly as you could if you had the ability to let multiple or different types of people follow you, and then maybe you're more selective about who you are following. Okay, so that's a different strategy. But at the end of the day, you if you're looking to build community, people have to feel like they can know, like, and trust you, and they look at your bio to determine who you are and what you're about. And actually, TikTok determines that from the beginning. TikTok is the first reason why you want to do it because they use those keywords that you put in your bio to determine what your page is about. And then obviously those words should align with the type of content you're producing. You get categorized. Okay? And so as people are searching for different things, they will search for the topics you're covering. So if you're someone who's focused on, I can't tell with your logo, but if it's something to do with, I don't know why I thought flying. I think I thought of the airplane badge, but I can't tell what that says. But airplane wings. But if that is something that has to do with transport, okay, thank you about transportation. Okay, transportation. So if it has to do with that, then you want to have words in your bio that speaks to that. So then people who are looking for airplane transportation types of methods, they'll come to your page. Your content will show up in that search for them. We just heard, how you doing, Abby? We just heard Janine say, when she searches for her budgeting topic, she pops up because she's using those keywords. It's in her bio. It's part of what she talks about in her live stream. She's producing content that speaks to it. So she shows up in her feed. So what we talked about here was that, okay, so I said you have homework. So you want to make sure you have words in your bio. That's the main homework. And so you could use ChatGPT for searching and pulling that up for yourself as well. And coming up with some talking points or some a bio for your TikTok page. Um, when it comes to starting your live, I tell you all the time, TikTok, thank you for the October. I tell you all the time, TikTok is paying attention to what you say as a live host. And you want to start strong. What you say, who you're talking to, how you're introducing yourself, those words matter. And so oftentimes you should be saying stuff that align with your bio. It should align with the content you're producing. And as you go live, it should align with your niche for your live stream as well. All of it should be, in alignment. So essentially what you're saying is going to be important to your audience. You're going to welcome them, and you also can tap your screen as well as share out your live. Okay? So when I start my live, if you catch me in the beginning, typically I'm saying things like good morning, good afternoon, depending on the time of day. I'm Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I'm a TikTok Creator Network agency. I help people go live and help you monetize on this app. Come on in. We're going to talk all things going live. I want to make sure I'm supporting you. If you're nervous, introverted, scared, afraid, you're trying to figure out this app and you want to monetize here, come on into my live. We're going to get to talking and chatting. And by then, there's people coming to my live and I'm tapping my screen at the time and I'm saying, hey, how you doing, Leanne? How you doing, Nika? Thank you for liking the live. Come on in. Let me know where you're from. So I'm talking to my audience. I'm being very intentional in that beginning. Now, typically what happened is, you said that's me. There we go. Abby, you nervous and afraid of? So you like, what part is you? Is that the nervous, afraid, and scared? You said yes. Well, welcome to the live, friend. I help people who are nervous and afraid and scared to go live. Where's the stickers? Do it scared. Do it scared, y'all. So with that, people start coming in, and there's usually somebody like Abby who's new, and maybe someone who will hear me talking, and they come into the live and they'll say, "Okay, I'm new. I'm afraid. I'm scared." And so we start having a conversation, and so I start helping people that way as well. So Abby, have you gone live? Let me know if you've gone live, friend. So that's the strategy, and those keywords, the words you're saying matters. And so you want to make sure, no, not yet. All right, friend, you got to do it scared. Go ahead and go live. You said a beginner plant mom. So Flourish, you're from Flourish Room, and she is really good, and obviously she's been doing this for 3 to 4 months now, and she started off trying to figure it out in the beginning. So you gotta start the process so you can start growing your community. So it's going to be important just to start small and just keep going live. I lost my train of thought when I started welcoming people. That's okay. How you doing? Is it Mariposa? Thank you so much, friend. Yes, from her. Appreciate your friend being here. Hey, Harvey. So here's what I would tell you to do. TikTok requires you to do 3 lives so you can get full live access, where you can start pinning comments. You can have the guest and the co-host feature. So there's some things you have to do to kind of get full access to go live. I would say do a 30-minute live. Get used to the platform. Let me know if you have specific questions. I'm happy to answer specific questions, but what I would tell you to do is just go live. Click the go live, and maybe just have a couple plants that you want to talk about. Maybe have them next to you and just share some information about the plants. Work on an intro. You can go to ChatGPT if you wanted to and ask it to come up with a live intro for your 30-minute live stream, and some talking points for that live stream based on you being someone who's a beginner. Use your bio from your from your TikTok profile. Plug that in so that they know a little bit about you. Maybe add a few more talking points or characteristics about yourself, and just plug that in and let it come back with a topic for you and an intro. Okay. Well, I see. I would not have known that. Yes, yes. So it's easy. Yep. So and minimum 30 minutes. Well, I said do 30 minutes. You actually could do this, but I say do 30 minutes. Let me explain. Um, Make notes for myself when I go live. Yes, you could do that too. I don't want to. Hey, Titus Stiletto, we was talking about you, friend. How you doing? How you doing? Coach Jessie said she came by you live. I love it. Come on in. So let me, Abby. So here's what you do. TikTok's requirements. Hey, friend. TikTok's requirement. Hey, Sultry Nana, is that you have to do over the course of 3 separate lives. You have to do a total of 30 minutes. Okay. So, um, so over the course of your first 3 lives, it actually will count them down in terms of you done 1 of 3, and it'll share how many minutes you've gone live. So you have to do a total of 30 minutes. What I tell people, my nervous, afraid, shy people, you could do this, and I'm not. Well, let me say this. I don't say to do this, but you could do this. You can go 10 minutes the first time. You gotta wait 24 hours. You can do your second one. Do 10 minutes again. Wait 24 hours. Do your third one, 10 minutes again, and that's 30 minutes. Now, I personally tell you to go longer each of those lives, okay? I personally say the first one, if you're super nervous, you can go that first one 10 minutes just to get a sense of the screen, what's on the screen. There's a little house here in the top right corner, right before you get to the power button to cut off the live, but right below there's a little house symbol. If you click that, it has an arrow that points to this direction, to the right. You click it or you swipe from the right to the left. Just swipe the screen. It will show your real-time performance. Your time is in the top right corner, so you can see how long you've been live, how many new followers, who's come into the room, in terms of viewers, overall viewers. So you can see that real time in the live. So I say pay attention to that so you know how long you've been live. But thank you for the shares, friend. I tell people the first live, play around with some of the effects. There's a little wand symbol, play around with effects, sound effects, all the things, just to get acclimated. So 10 minutes is fine. The second live, I do want you to go longer. And if you have the ability to go longer the first one, that's good, because if there was engagement in the live, gifting that happened, any interaction from other viewers, that they came in and got their daily heart me, stuff like that, you monetize that first live. So you want to go at least 25 minutes so you can get the max from hopefully you can maximize your payout, because up to 25 minutes and 5 or more new followers, you get 40% of the rewards that you got from that live stream. So if you could go 25 minutes, 30 minutes, the first one, second one, and the third one, that's great. But if you're someone who's like, I'm too nervous, let me cut this thing off, I did 10 minutes, that's fine. The next one, I would tell you to go longer. I would tell you easily to go 15, 20 minutes. And then the third one, I would tell you to even go longer, 25 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour, if you can go that long. But I want you to continue to go a little longer so you can get comfortable going live. And the longer you go, depending on your topic, depending on what your engagement in the room is like, you'll get more people pushed into your live stream. Okay? And you want to start off strong. So, and that's what we were talking about earlier with Sharp, where if you're talking, you're saying those keywords. Maybe you do have an intro, maybe you do have something written out, but you're saying those keywords to kind of keep people engaged and listening to your live stream. Okay? What about showing your face on the first live? I was thinking starting off showing my plants. Show your face, girl. No, I'm serious. Actually, show your face. But you definitely have to have interaction. You don't want to get in trouble with TikTok where you have what's called um, the static image. So maybe the plants are there and they're just sitting there, like my plant here, and TikTok will give you a warning essentially saying there's no movement. So you got to have movement. So I would say show your face. Here's the deal, and again, it just depends on your live goal. Are you looking to monetize and connect with your audience and build your community? And maybe you have a product or service you want to sell. We were talking about earlier, people got to get to know, like, and trust you. People want to see you. People want to connect with you in most cases. So it would be important to start showing your face and representing as a beginner plant mom. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you're going to be talking about. Okay. No, I was going to do a repotting, so there should be movement. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, you still can show your face. And maybe show your face a little bit if you're trying to balance that. Maybe you start off talking and communicating with people and saying, hey guys, I'm going to do a repotting. So what I'm going to do is flip my camera so you can focus on the plant, but no, I'm here. I'm going to talk you through the process. And so, yeah, you can flip your camera and not show your face if that's the case. But I would start off with my face. I would. What if you were showing your hands as you demonstrate the product? You can, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I would start off showing my face, and then, maybe even a few times flip the camera back and just kind of walk people through the process. I just noticed 2 of my super fans switched to subscription. It's a win that they did not quit. Yes. Yeah, so people can switch to being a subscriber of your content. So yeah, that's a good win-win. Yeah. They didn't quit you. They said, hey, I'm gonna go with the other option. So yeah, that's good. All right, friends. Let me know if there's any other questions. I appreciate everybody who's here. This has been a great chat. You guys had a lot of engagement too. Um, Anybody who is new to my live, can we chat about Service Plus? Sure. What you want to chat about? Service Plus is a thing. It is a thing. Here's what I tell people about Service Plus. I mean, I think it's important to have it turned on it if you, in fact, have a product that you want to share. I like it because you can have it have different services that you offer and talk about. I'm looking at my Service Plus now just to take a look at what's in there because I think I have it turned on. I think I do. I'm not sure. I think I do. So what is this? Start a queue. What is a queue? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Did I start a queue? Oh yeah, that's what happened. So TikTok will consulting business strategy. Oh, that's a queue. So people can ask questions. What happens here? Let's see. I'm waiting on shop answer. Oh, thank you for that, e-nurse. E-Nurse, what was the question? Let me throw it away. Okay. E-Nurse, I apologize. Thank you for saying something because you know my mind went in 20 different directions. Um, do me a favor. What was the question again? What aspect of shopping was I supposed to talk about? Because I think you asked me something that was really detailed. I think that's why I was like, ooh, that's a deep question. Let say it again for me. Wait, what's the difference between subscription and superfan? Superfan is for your live. Subscription is for your content side. So you could do sub only videos for your content. The live stream is sub only. Is the superfan. Um, Thank you, eNurse. You suggested using ChatGPT. Yeah, you could use ChatGPT for an intro discussion. eNurse, I apologize. Did you? I felt like I was going to show my screen for you too. What were we going to talk about? How to turn on Showcase when I'm live. That's what you wanted. Okay, I was going to actually do it for you. That's why I said I was going to turn it on. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to show you. Well, you know what? I'm going to show you from my phone. Let me show you. I'm going to show you from this account. So this is my shop account. I'm going to click go live. Okay. So I'm on my live screen. There's that business card here is my showcase. So I'm going to add TikTok shop. So now it's going to ask me questions. I'm going to add some products. And I typically tell people, thanks, Doc, I'm going to my bio tonight. Thank you so much, friend. Come on back. Let me know if you have questions. I appreciate your friend being here. Okay, so in this page, I tell people TikTok actually shows it. So when you get to this, it says traffic, hot sellers, trendsetters. You see these little subheadings here. You can have up to 150 products, at least on this page I can have 150. I think this is my shop page. I think for my Dr. Lisa, I think it says 100. I don't think it says 150. So I think there's more on this account that I can do. But I've done more shoppable lives on this account too. So if I wanted to add different products, I can add products. My husband had me put some vitamins in here, some of his supplements. So I'm just going to add them to the cart. I'm just going to pick some different products here. Some of this stuff I have. Crap. Keep hitting it wrong. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm going to add up to 10 because when you don't add enough, TikTok will throw some products in your cart. So be careful. So I'm just going to click some stuff. What I should do, let me go back up. Traffic. So if I want to hit all the different categories. Okay. So now I'm going to get hot sellers. Okay, I'm using some hot sellers. Okay. And then the last one is trendsetters. I'm just going to add some products. I'm not sure how many products I have. Did I get 10? I think I just did 10. So here's some different products, okay? So when I'm here, thank you all, I appreciate you. Can I have a different account to make shoppable videos? Yes, you can, Fran. You can create a different account. This is a different account. So yes, you can. So I'm gonna say I'm done. I have 10 products, okay? So I have 10 products. I'm gonna hit done. So now, and I'm gonna hit done again. So now my shopping cart has 10 products. Okay. Good evening. How you doing, Natty Dad? Hey, daily check-in. I see all the stickers. I appreciate you guys. So now you guys see in real time. I got 10 products in here. So eNurse, let me know if you with me, friend. So what I'm gonna do is go live. So as I go live, you guys are gonna see people are gonna get pushed into my live stream. Hello, friends. This is Dr. Lisa. We're just doing a quick test on products. So here, you'll see the shopping cart is here. If I want to click a product and I want to start talking about one of the products I have in here, we'll talk about Goalie because I have a Goalie right here next to me. So if I pin that product, I can start talking about it. So I have the Goalie here. Okay. So as you have a product, you want to show it so you don't get in trouble with TikTok. So I'm going to show my Goalie. I'm going to talk about it. I have a different account. You have to have, okay. Um, yes, 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 Mr. Street Top. I'm going to explain that in a second. So I have the product here and I have it pinned. Because I have it pinned, I got to show it because I got to talk about it. I want to avoid talking about other products and other things while this is pinned on the screen. Okay? Because TikTok will get upset with me and people are going to be like, oh my goodness. Um, TikTok will give you a violation because it's like an irrelevant product demonstration. Okay? So you want to make sure you show the product. So I can unpin it. You see where it says unpin? I can unpin it and start a different conversation. You see all the people come in a room because I was just talking about the products. Hey friends, I'm just doing an example live. This is not a real shoppable live, but I appreciate you all. You're welcome to hit the shopping cart if you're interested, but this is just a quick demonstration of the LYIA. And we're just going to show how it looks as a shoppable. Okay? So thank you everybody who's here. So I can unpin it. And well, let me show you. You see that push pin that was there? Let me repin it back so you guys can see, because I want you guys to pay attention to the push pin. So this is from the live host version. So I'm going to repin that product. Okay. You see that push pin? Hello, friends. Thank you so much for being here. This is a demonstration shoppable live. I see everybody here. So if I just exit out, that push pin is still there. The viewers in this live, they still see that product. They still have it pinned on their page. I can't show you right now that it's pinned, but they still see it as a pinned product. So you want to make sure you still show it. And so for here, I'm going to click it again and it shows at the top of my screen, it is still pinned. You see where I have to unpin it? And if I want to unpin it, now it's unpinned. Okay. If I want to delete any of these products, I can, you saw where I hit those three lines, those three buttons, and it says delete, and I can delete that product. And it says, do I want to remove? I can remove it. So now I only have 9 products in my shopping cart. Okay. So that's just a real quick crash course on TikTok Shop. I got 15 people in the room. Hey friends, thank you so much for joining. We're doing a quick shoppable live demonstration. I'm Dr. Lisa, y'all. So I'm about to end the live shortly, but just know I was talking about different products. So this was a shop demonstration. E-Nurse, let me know if you have any other questions before I end this. Okay? Let me know if there's any questions. All right? So my shopping cart is not actively on. I don't have anything pinned right now, but there are products in there. So if people wanted to click my shopping cart, they could. Okay? And then on top of that, I could go in and create a board really quickly because I don't have anything on the screen. So I can do something here where, let's see. So now I have live specific free shipping. Okay. So if I want to start talking about, so I have a board there, I can actually edit this board. If I wanted to, I have to go in. See if it'll, no. Let me just keep it there. I would have to create a new one. I think that's what happens if I wanted to change. Oh, I think I could have changed the words. Okay. So thank you all for coming here. I'm about to get off. You're welcome, E-Nurse. Let me know if there's any questions before I let this go. All right, friends. Thank you so much. I'm ending the live. Appreciate you being here. Bye-bye. Okay. So I just ended it. All right. So let me know if that made sense. So I didn't do shoppable on this page. I could have. I knew I was about to get off. So that's part of it. And then I told you guys the other day, you said, okay, I got it now. Okay, perfect. I told you, so let me say this real quick. As you pin products, as you have a shoppable live on, if you do it earlier in your live, try to pin a few products throughout the live. So maybe have about 3 or 4 products that you physically have. You can have a cart full of stuff. You saw where I had 10 products. probably right here. I think most of them I did have the physical products for, but there's a good three of them I didn't. So make sure you can have many products in that shopping cart, but make sure you have a few that you can pin and show the product. Okay, that's what I would do. Just make sure I had about 3 or 4 on me that I can pin and show, what's available and talk about that product with people. Um, the other thing I would say is I didn't do it here because I knew I was going to stay on much longer. And then I would say I'm also concerned about making my algorithm to TikTok shop focused. So I'm trying to balance how often I turn on the shopping cart. At least, again, I tell you guys all the time, TikTok pays attention to what you're doing in your live stream, what you're saying, what you're turning on. So I want to be cognizant about how much I make it shoppable live content for this account. So what is timeline to do 3 lives? Um, uh, 72 hours. No, I think you have a week. I think over the course of 7 days, they want to see you do at least 3 lives to get full live access where you could pin products or pinned comments or have a guest and a co-host. So I think it's 7 days officially. So you should have done those 3 lives. Okay. I say just do them back to back. I mean, you have to have a 24-hour clock between each one. So just go live one day, next day, and the next day. Pick a time that maybe you can potentially stick with. Maybe, maybe not. I don't want you to be stressed about a day and time. You can do some pop-ups, but I just want you to kind of get in a rhythm of going live. So for me, when I started my journey, I had 4 o'clock. So the 4 o'clock has been my time for my standing go live time for quite some time. And so you said laugh out loud, got it. And so I have been sticking to that. And so I picked that time because my son was still at school or daycare, and my husband was home but not quite. He would go for his walks, he would do some other things, and so it was a time that I still had available to myself, and I was able to do it. Okay. All right, friends. Let me know if there's other questions. I'm always happy to help my friends here. Hopefully that was helpful, everybody. Those who are thinking about going live and doing shoppables as well. Hopefully that was helpful. It has to be a complete shop live, or can you just do what you just did? Cart, pin, and show. Very helpful. You're welcome. Mrs. Treetop, you had a different question too. Hold on one second. I missed your other question. Let me check your other question. If you have a different account, you have to have correct number of followers to have shop right. Yes, that was your question. So you are starting over. So your other account is its own account. You have to get approved to have TikTok shop on that account. Typically, it's at 1,000 followers. Your account has to be in good standing. You have to remove the banned accounts, and so you got to get invited into the program. People with the second account typically will get it earlier because if you've been on shop, you've been shopping for different products, TikTok sees that, they know that about you, and they're like, oh, well, let me give them TikTok shop on this account too. So typically people will get it even under 1,000 followers. I've seen people say they got it at like 600 followers. So so it will come sooner. In terms of your other question about the shop live, the way I just did it was based on it, when you really think about it, being a full shoppable live where all I was going to be talking about was the products. And so that was kind of the format I was using. Now, if I was to turn on my cart here, I might do it a little differently, where maybe I'll talk about the clip-on light a little bit, and then I'll go into a whole different conversation about, things you want to keep in mind if you're going to start as a live host, making sure your lighting sound. So I may have a whole conversation, and lighting was a piece of it, but I'm talking about some other stuff too. And then maybe I'll pin another product and I'll talk about the importance of the clicker, and then we'll have a whole conversation about engagement. And so just knowing that that's how you could do it as well. Okay, got it. Do you have to have a different email for the second account? Yes, it's a different account. Different email or phone number. I think it's either or. Leanne, you said Work on a second account for TikTok Shop. I hope get access sooner. Um, did you start the second account yet? So yeah, you should potentially. Yeah, people do try to get it earlier. Second account with different email, phone, or the same with different user. That's a question. Second account, definitely a second account with a different username and or email or phone number. I think that's what I'm saying. Yes. Yes, I'm doing all the things you suggested. Look at you, friend. I love it. Do you help people get viewers on their lives? Help people get viewers on their live? I help you understand how to engage your target audience to in turn get the right viewers on your live and making sure you know who your audience is. When it comes to getting viewers on your live, okay, yeah. When it comes to getting viewers on your live, you can promote your live and it will get you a few more viewers. But are those your right people, the right audience? How do you keep them? How do you get them to engage with your live? So that's kind of what you got to focus on, making sure your live is for your specific audience and how to engage people when they do come into your live. Um, so I appreciate everybody here. You guys had a lot of great questions. Yay! I appreciate the questions. So let me know any final questions, friends. And if you are new to my live, let me know you're new as well. I'm happy to connect with you. I get less than 10 people. Well, how long have you been going live, friend? How long have you been going live? Have a great evening. Thank you, Yolanda. Yolanda, are you battling this Friday? Let me know if you're battling. I do have, that's what I talked about earlier. Friday's battle information is out there for you all. So let me know if you're battling. You can sign up. If you are interested, I'm happy to add people if you need to. So let me know if you're interested. I added a few people while I was in the live. I have a 8 o'clock time frame and a 9 o'clock. I think the 9 o'clock. Mrs. Treetop, um, let's play it by ear because I may end up having to add you to the 8 o'clock because the 9 o'clock, I don't see people to pair you with. You already accepted for me, which is great. But when I click it, there's nobody to pair you with. I'm waiting for Kim to accept. So I want to make sure you guys are able to hopefully battle people not in the agency. So that's what I was hoping for. But it seems like there's not enough people in that 9 o'clock to make it even make sense. I don't think there's going to be anybody there to pair you. Miss Treetop, I hope you heard that. I don't know if she was in the room. Let me know if you heard that, friend. Do you teach our show how to battle? So for our agency, we do talk about how to battle, especially for new people. Coach Jessie, she's in the room. Okay, I prefer 8 p.m. I get between 1 and 10 people as well. Okay, let me switch you to 8. Let me just switch you to 8. Because I think I'm going to have to tell Kim the same thing. I know she wanted 9, but I don't think 9 is going to be even an option if there's nobody to battle. So I'm going to switch you to 8. So you're going to get a new invite. I'm going to take you out of that group. I think it'll send you a message that says that it was you had quit. That's what it's going to say, but that's fine. And then I'll add you to the 8 o'clock. Okay, so you'll get a message to join the 8 o'clock. So we do teach it, Coach. Miss Jessie is in the room. We have what's called a Friends and Learn Friday night that we do. And then what I'm talking about now is a specific agency battle. Can you pin her, please, so I can follow her? Coach Jessie, put a comment in the chat for me, friend. Put a comment in the chat for us. Mariposa, let's see. I need to do battles. Are they needed besides getting coins? Is that what you gonna put? Hey, I'm gonna pin Coach Jessie. That's who I'm talking about. She is our battle general. She said I change the name every time. She is our battle general. That's your name now. At least this week. So Mariposa, let me say this. You know, battling is good for building your community, creating community, as well as let's see, I have to kick myself out the room. building your community, as well as monetization strategy. So it's part of monetization, as well as growth strategy as you think about exposing yourself to other creators that are battling in their room, and you're able to connect with them. So all of that plays into why you battle, how to, and then ultimately the strategy for effectively battling. And so in our agency, we talk about that. So let me say this: I am a creator network agency. So any of my people who are in the room that are new, you're welcome to join it. It is a free program. So we have 125 people in the agency, 126 people in the agency. Yes, we do, 126. I just realized that. And so we are growing quite a bit. And so let me know if you have questions about joining. I'm happy to have you join as well. Okay, let's see. All right, friends, I need to check. And let me know if there's any final questions. And then if you are going to join, I'll send you to my other account to apply. Okay? So I want to make sure apply. And if you haven't gone live yet, you definitely want to go live. So we want you to go live so that you can, in fact, get approved. Okay? I would love to be a part of your. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, so let me. Look, I didn't turn my light up. Let me see. Okay, TikTok. Um, Here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna have you. Let me show you real quick. I'm gonna have you click my bio. This is the official agency account. So let me say hi so you guys know. Things just changed for me recently because I made this account not the official agency. Instead, I created this account, that this is the official agency account. So as you guys, if you join, this is the account that's going to communicate with you in a chat. So you'll see messages come from here. So make sure you follow this account as well. So if you go to this account or to this one, either one should work. In my profile, in both profiles, is the agency's application. So you click it to apply. If you apply now, I'll check to confirm if you are in fact eligible. TikTok does have rules about eligibility. First of all, you can't have an account that is in violation, so your account can't be in violation. You can't already be with an agency, so if you are with an agency, you can't apply to another one. It's one creator network program agency per person, not per account. Even if you have multiple accounts, it's just one per person. And so you can't be with another agency. And then if you are with if you have multiple accounts, you got to make sure the account with the most diamonds that you've made is the account that you're applying on. Okay, so if there's an account that you made more diamonds, meaning that you went live and you got rewards already, TikTok says that's the account that needs to apply for the agency. So that's something else that people don't realize. The last thing I will say is that if you are not in the US or Canada, my agency is approved for the US and Canada. And then again, you got to make sure if you've made too many diamonds, $5,000 in diamonds over the course of the last 5 months, TikTok says you've made too much, so you don't need an agency essentially. If you have not gone live, make sure you have live access to join. That's my newer rule, because I want people who are going live to actually join the agency. It's no point in being part of the agency if you are not going to be live. Okay, if you're not going to be a live host, because that's what the agency does. It supports you in your live journey. If you are a live host, you're able to. Where can you apply to join? So go ahead and click my photo once. Click my photo up here, my profile photo. My mini profile is going to pop up. Click my photo again. Once it pops up, it takes you to my main profile. In my main profile, and this account too, there is the application. So either account, this is the application. Okay. So you want this application. So the account here, I'm going to repin it. This account, that's the page I'm looking at right now. So this account has the application. You want to click it, or if you click my account up here, either one is the same application. So once you click it, let me know if you applied, and I'll check to see if you're approved. Now, like I said, you got to be a live host, so you got to make sure you've gone live. And if you apply now, I'll check to see if you're approved to join. And then if you are approved, I will then tell you the steps to make sure you finalize your acceptance. Okay? Mariposa, I think you applied just now. And Mariposa, it approved you. Okay, you're good. How often do you go live? You applied, yeah. How often do you go live? Let me know. Like you got approved. Wow, you said wow. Why did you say wow? You you didn't think you was gonna get approved. You're like, wait a minute. You don't have, this is your only account. Let me just make sure right now so we don't get in trouble with TikTok. But I love that you said wow. You got approved. So let's talk through what happens next. Um, and I'm gonna send you the information. So you have to officially accept the invitation. You want to accept the invitation, and what will happen is um, let's see. Hello, how you doing, Wendy? Let's see. Our new friends. I'm gonna show you what you should receive, and then our other friend. I don't know if they applied. Um, I wasn't expecting it. Glory to God. He's so sweet. He said I wasn't expecting it. How often do you go live, friend? You got accepted though, so that means you do go live a little bit. So that means you are going live, and TikTok sees you. So, or at least you've gone live recently. um, Thank you for the follow. I see you as well, friend. I'll follow you back. Because actually, I need to follow you back on this other account too. So, um, okay, daily for at least 2 hours. Okay, good, good. And you've been doing that for how long? How long have you been going live? Since more recently, or has it been a while? You have 1,800 followers, so yeah. So what I do as an agency, I come here twice a day at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern, about 45 days. Okay, good. Look at you. Nice. So we'll talk about your strategy. So once I start seeing your live stream, I'll give you some strategy conversations. Here, I talk about different things. You heard some of the creators in the room say they're following multiple things and different aspects of what I share. And so just, obviously your live stream is your live stream. I just give you some tips and strategies, and it's up to you to see how you can grow. It's good that you're open to battling. It sounds like you're like, oh, I want to learn how to battle. So we'll get you connected with our battle conversations. I don't have requirements. I just have strong encouragements, and it's up to you to apply them so that you can see growth happen and that you can build your community, as well as if you're looking to monetize in different ways on the app. So we talk about that. We have a standing meeting that happens on Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We also have a school platform for you to engage over there and share different collab opportunities with other people, or talk about your success. So all that's in the school platform. And then here on TikTok, I have the TikTok group chats. So I'm going to be adding my new wave of people who join. I need to add some people to the group chat. I need to probably move some people around too that haven't been going live. So I'll be doing that in the next day or so too. So you'll get added to the group chat. I do it in Spanish because most of my audience is Spanish. Okay, perfect, perfect. I won't be able to understand no español. No hablo español. Did I say that correctly? No hablo español. So, but if you do something you said, I don't know what that means. But if you say some things in English, I'll get it. I love it. All right, friend. So, and that's good that you know your audience too. You said I do it in Spanish. Okay. So, um, here's what just happened. She's laughing at you. Oh, okay. That's what that means. You said I'll translate if needed. Okay. It's going to be needed, friend. It's going to be needed. My husband probably would have been tickled to death laughing in Spanish. Okay, because he would have caught that. He'd have been like, girl. Girl, he would have caught that. He'd be like, you know what? Just don't. You just turn off the camera. Just stop. Just stop for the day. He would have got me for that one. He said, "Where's Luna?" Oh. So, so the inside joke there is that during Community Fest, during Community Fest, there was a lot of people who was coming into the live because we had, and we'll talk about different campaigns that TikTok has going on. But there was a lot of people coming in live from all over the world. I mean, literally, the feed had people from you name it country was coming into the live because there were treasure boxes like right here, and people would tap your treasure box and you would talk and share. You would still have people coming in. The live had easily, I think it got up to like 200, 300 people at one point. So there's a lot of people coming and going. And people were putting stuff in the chat. And the majority of the people who were communicating seemed to be, the language seemed to be Spanish, okay? And I think I said no hablo español. I think I said that. And Luna, and Luna was like, Doc, that person ain't speaking Spanish to you. So that was like the running joke because everybody wasn't speaking Spanish. And I made the assumption. So it was really a moment of embarrassment as well as just humor because I was like, oh, okay. You said it was hilarious. I cried laughing because in my mind it was Spanish, and she's like, "No, that's not Spanish, friend." I think it might have been Italian actually, because she does know a little bit of Italian, and she said, "No, that's not Spanish. That might be Italian." We all learn something every day. We do. She was like, "Oh no, that's not Spanish." So anyway, so because of that, I'm trying to stay in my lane. Okay. But I appreciate your friend. Okay, so here's what just happened for you. TikTok just sent you, and let me confirm it actually. TikTok should have sent you a system notification. So I'm gonna share that for you real quick. Let me pull it up because I usually have to hit to make sure it gets sent. Okay. Okay. So you should have received, let me refresh my screen. You should receive, if you go to your inbox, you should have received a notification here. It says system notification. Okay, so look for the system notifications from TikTok. And it's going to be a message in here for you to accept an invitation from a creator network, and it'll say launch your income agency. So hopefully it went through. And so you got a notification. Once you accept it, then once you accept it, then I will get a notification that you accepted, and then I will send you my web page so I can have you on my database. So I can email you when we do our Zoom meetings on Sundays. I send the Zoom registration link for you to go and sign up. Okay. So you gotta attend my meetings. My meetings are closed to only people in the agencies, so that's why you have to have the registration link. So only people in the agencies can attend my meetings. And then I send messages there. And then also once you fill out that form, you're gonna get a confirmation email to join my school community. Okay, so you can join the school community. You'll get that confirmation email, and that link will be in the email for you to sign up for. Okay, so all that is there for you. Let me know if there's any questions. But you said okay, appreciate it, friend. So you should have gotten that email. If you didn't receive it, let me know. That system notification. If you didn't receive the system notification, let me know. You have 7 days to accept. Once it expires, you have to start over and reapply. So that's what will happen. You have to reapply then. Thank you. I'm going to check now. Okay, appreciate you, friend. Oh, Dr. Lisa, I'm in a TikTok learning campaign. Do you know anything about that TikTok learning campaign? Mm-mm. It's not for the live. What is that for? Maybe the content creation. I know they have some campaigns like that. where if you are posting content based on a certain hashtag and topic. I think that's what you're talking about. So I've seen those campaigns before: learning, finance, depends on the topic, content. Yeah, yeah. So I've seen those. Yeah. So it's based on how your videos perform, and you have to add a certain hashtag to it and a certain topic. And so yeah, yeah. So you just got to make sure you just follow the instructions of that campaign. It doesn't say I have to go live, but of course I want to. No, it doesn't. So it's strictly, those campaigns are strictly based on the content. So it's not about your live. It is strictly on the content. So yeah, just follow the hashtags they're telling you to use, or if there is other parameters in terms of what you have to talk about. You just have to make sure you just stay within those parameters. And then if they ask you to use a certain music or something like that. So yeah. Okay. All right, dear friends. I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if there's any final questions. I didn't see Sharp. I didn't see an app from you, but that's totally fine. You are welcome. Anybody are welcome to come back and learn more and come back and learn. So I appreciate you all being here. And then I'm gonna head off. Thank you so much. I'm gonna head off, and if you have any other questions, feel free to message me. And then anybody who's looking to battle, make sure you sign up on the school page. You're welcome, friend. Sign up on the school page so that I know you're interested in the battle stuff, okay? You're stuck with me for the next year. I am. Am I really? You said, am I really? Am I really? You accept it? Okay, let me do this before I leave, before you leave. I'm going to send you, let me confirm. Okay, I see where you accepted. And I am going to send you this instant message um, to my webpage. So you could do that piece next. So the webpage is what you're going to get. It's going to come from my Launch Your Income agency. So you'll see that message come from there. And then you, let me copy paste it. You're going to have to copy and paste my webpage because TikTok doesn't make it where it's a clickable link, but you'll be able to copy and paste it into your browser to join. If you have any issues, I may have to email it to you, so you may have to we can communicate in the inbox about it if there's any issues, but copy paste should work. And then check your email once you hit submit, because you're going to receive an instant confirmation. Oh, we're not following each other on this account. Okay, so you got the message from me. It didn't let me send the second message, but you got the message. So once you accept me on the Launch Your Income agency account, it will allow me to send a follow-up with just the agency webpage. But it's in there. It's in there for you. All right, friends. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Let me know if there's any other questions. You say you follow me on this account. Here, follow me on this account. This is the one that I just sent it from. I didn't send it from this one. I sent it from, let's see. Say hello again. Okay, so this is the one you want to message me from. This is the one that just this is the agency's official account. So I just messaged you on this account. So go ahead and follow this one, and if you do it now, then I will resend. Okay, there we go. Okay, it went through. Perfect. Okay, so you have both of them. All right, got it. All right, perfect. Okay, and then either account you can message me. I'm checking both of them, so either one you can message me and I'll get to you. This one is my primary though. So the Dr. Lisa one, if you go to this one, you definitely will reach me. This one I check like once a day. Okay. All right, friends, I appreciate you. Let me know if there's any questions. I appreciate all the support. All right. Take care, friends. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. All right. See you later, pals. Thank you so much. Thank you all who are watching the live too. I appreciate everybody who's here. And I will see y'all tomorrow at 10. Take care.